out here like naked.
I noticed that both KDG and here they got the black tarp under the hive. Is that recommended when you're setting up your own hives?
Yeah, it just, so, great question. So there was a question about, okay, let's get started. Yo, you guys ready? Okay. So there, for today, I might be handing around frames for you to hold and stuff. They're pretty small at this point. I would say they're probably not too defensive, so we're not worried too much. But in any case, there was just a question about the black plastic that's on the ground and hive placement. It's just, Mark did it, and we did it at the KG hive or KG farm because it's nice. Because it keeps the weeds down, and like if you're, instead of having to mow right in front of the hives, you don't have to navigate them. So that's why. Okay, so these are both just installed about a month ago, not even a month ago, April 17th. So a few weeks ago. These are pretty brand new at this point, so there's probably not going to be a ton to see, but we're just going to get a sense of things. So I'm just going to make, first thing I want to do with everybody before we even take a look inside of the hives is we're watching the bees coming and going, just getting a sense. So just watch each hive. You can see, like, I'm seeing a lot more currently just for the past 10 seconds is seeing, she appears to be some more bees going to this hive. Sometimes you'll see a lot more activity on one hive than another. So I'm just making some initial observations. I'm also looking when I'm seeing the bees coming and going for pollen, if there's pollen present. So Andrew's seeing some pollen, that's a good sign. And then we take off our weight off the top. So actually that's the point. So it doesn't have to be a cinder block, but usually I put some kind of weight on the top of the hive. On that, if we get those really high wind, 30 mile an hour wind days or whatever, it prevents the wind from blowing off the top and maybe creating some problems. So Danielle's already done a little bit of smoking on these hives, but as a review for using the smoker, we're puffing it a few times, puffing the entrance, maybe once or twice, let it wait a little bit, and then I'm going to remove my top of my outer cover. So what I like to do, I remove my telescoping cover and I place it upside down on the ground. And then if I was 3 boxes high, as an example, when I'm taking off each box, I would cross stack them as I'm taking them off, and that just makes it a lot easier to put them back on and not get stuck or propolized back together. Oh no, I was just using that as an example. No, you don't ever do that with, I was just talking about boxes when you're doing inspections. Yeah, those would have things, yes.
Now the pollen is depending on the flower, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, we saw they had red pollen. This is yellow.
Yep. You'll see the rainbow. Okay. So I can see, I'm using my hive tool on the corner to pry up, and you can see this is, see, you hear that kind of propolizing, and you even,
Oh, you got it.
they did some wild comb at the top, and it even pulled off a little bit of the wood of the inner cover.
That is edible?
The wood isn't, the wax is. Okay. So far so good. You can see from there, even from a distance, that all the bees are kind of hanging out more on one side. Okay? What's that? Doesn't mean, they're just still building up population, so that's just... So I'm going to go to the other side and just pull out one of these frames. I'm doing number three because there are no bees over here. There's nothing. I can look down and don't see any bees, and I can easily pull out that frame set to the side, and then I can get to what I want to get to.
Yeah, you used to this, so I'm like, oh, you doing this quick.
One other thing I would say is, yeah, so I am kind of moving quickly because I'm used to it, right? But as new beekeepers, like, take your time, take some deep breaths before you go out to the bee yard. If you are feeling nervous at all, they will be, well, you can do it. I think you just need to build up your confidence